All right, welcome everybody. How you guys all doing today? Listen, I'm going to try to make this as quickly and as cheaply as I can possibly do it. First off, I would like to say, man, it's been a long time, and listen, guys, I've been super busy making that money. Unfortunately, not in the crypto space, except for yes, I've really called out only. Let's take a look at my trades. Last time I played the crypto game, here it was. This is the last chart that I had running, right? Load two separate trades. Long limited on BTC, right? Short hard BTC, which I had a short tight stop loss on this. I did get taken out of my short on BTC, and then I longed SV hard. So as you guys know, I've been preaching this like night and day and night and day and night and day. And if you guys go back, you see that our buy-in was actually at about $86 to $89, right? So 86 to 89. This turned out to be really the play of the decade right here. Not the decade, but you know what I'm saying. Play of the year at least. So this will go down in the annals as the play of the year, 432% up on that call right there. I mean, gosh, that was just absolutely amazing. And we still look like we're still making headway on SV. I mean, technically, if you held on to that buy, you're still up 278-ish%. Right there, 278, 280%. But that was just absolutely massive. Listen, I've been preaching this over and over and over. There's no reason why anyone should not have been into this trade, right? You should have all been longing SV hard. I hope you were. This was a combination of FA and TA put together to create a trade, right? This was really, what I was kind of waiting for. I was really waiting for this exact thing just to kind of play out. I mean, there's all my notes right there. No matter what the drama is, no matter the hate, no matter all of the Twitter FUD, don't let that shadow and shade your trading. That's just one of the biggest things, and I hate to say this, but the same thing goes for, what happened with Tesla. I mean, everybody hating on Elon Musk. So many people out there hating on the guy. And somehow, man, that guy just seems to pull out absolute miracles out of his freaking drawers every single time, playing against that guy. All those people who are shorting SV. And listen, I am one of the people who believes that in the long term, a lot of other car companies are going to catch up with Tesla. And, you've got everybody's in the game right now. Everybody's got their fingers in the pie. And I just feel in the long term, everybody's going to catch up to Tesla. And they're not going to be the Model T anymore, and that's what they are. They're the Model T. If you go back into the last century, one of the famous things said was you can get the Model T in any color you desire as long as it's black, right? So, because that's the only color they pump that baby out in, black. So, and that's just, that's what happened here, man. I mean, SV mooned. People are upset about it. People are still calling him a scam, calling him a shyster. It's neither here nor there if that's what was happening. It was just it was a good play. It was a FA call, which there's very little of that actually goes on in traditional crypto today. And one of the things I'd like to point out to everybody is that, man, you look right here. We're at $325 for SV, right? We're at 325 for SV, and you come over here and you take a look at ETH. Man, ETH is just sucking some wind, boys and girls. And this is really supposed to be the second largest per cap crypto in the space right now. Like, this is supposed to kind of be the bad boy, the number 2 spot, right? ETH has always kind of had that number 2 spot, and this historically goes back a long way, right? At least, what is that, 2016, 15, 16, when ETH kind of first came on the scene and picked up steam on us. ETH really got a really good jump on everybody, and ETH is always, ETH was what, $1,400 at one time, $1,400 for ETH. And right now we see SV. SV's got a clear head start, a nice run on ETH, and I have caught both of the absolute bottoms on this bitch. Both of them. I literally caught both of the bottoms on this baby. For both of these moons, I caught the $50, and then I caught this last one at $86. So, it's been a nice little ride, and I mean, I look at my bags and things are, happy bags, happy bags. Could have been more, but it always could have been more. So for me, that's kind of really telling right now in the crypto space, right? Um, Regardless of what's going on, kind of one of the things that's going on with SV is regardless if he's right or wrong, whether he has the bags or he doesn't. One thing that's perplexing me right now is why the hell hasn't SV fallen out? Why hasn't SV taken just a dump? I mean, we saw the news that came out the other day where everybody was talking about, oh my God, he doesn't have it, it's not real, whatever. Then why did this not just take an absolute dump? Right? And I read the article about his lawyer supposedly coming out saying he doesn't have it. And then if you read the article, that's not what his lawyer says. Like I saw the headlines that were put out, very deceiving, fake news. I don't know if you had a chance to read this, but confirmed he doesn't have the keys to 8 billion. But then if you actually read the article, that's not what the lawyer says. He doesn't say that in there. So if you have a chance to go through the article, I'd spend a minute just reading through the article. It's not what his lawyer says. So once again, kind of fake news out there, right? Definitely fake news, which is proliferated right now through social media and news outlets, which just, it's unbelievable how horrific news is today. News, it's you can't trust news at all. Remember, one of the big things, and I have to go back and I have to give this a Tone Vase. One of the things he says is don't trust, verify, right? Don't trust what you hear. You got to go out and verify it, right? And that's just, it's so important to do that every time you're in a trade, you're looking for a trade that has anything to do at all with FA, right? Now with TA, a little bit different. And then most of crypto still at this point today, 90% of crypto is actually running on TA and just purely the whales moving the market, right? And what I want to show you by the whales moving the market is our longs and shorts chart, right? Let me go find that bad boy. Where are you at? Hello, longs and shorts. Oh, longies and shorties. Come here. Where RS US and come on. The hell. Long and short chart. Long short chart. Series. There it is right there. Sorry. Okay. So, man, so funny because as we were watching these longs just climb and climb and climb and climb and climb and climb like Mount Kilimanjaro here, right? The highest amount of long contracts we've ever seen on Phoenix. And everybody's like, oh my God, the longs are broken. The chart is broken. It doesn't work. I mean, bullshit, man. That was just like, dude, Phoenix was just loading up on the bottom right there. Right, Phoenix was loading up on the bottom. And hey, I gotta say, even to myself, like a beautiful little inverted head and shoulders right there at the bottom. Like a beautiful little pattern, sexy little inverted head and shoulders by BTC at the bottom right there. You can't even shake a stick at that. But what I mean, absolutely perfect. Look, just got all the way up here, right? A little baby dip back down. And then, you had the nice little run back up by BTC. I mean, really, completely absolute epic buy on that pattern there at the bottom by the whales over at Phoenix. And once again, this just goes to show you that, the TA is how you run this bitch, right? This bitch is run by TA. It's run by the whales. It's run by, you just kind of have to think like the whales. And man, everybody thought this chart was broken, and sure enough, it wasn't. It was Phoenix loading up to fill their bags again and again and again and again and again. And that's what they keep doing over and over successfully. God bless those guys. Now, on the bullish side right here, something's good. We've actually overcome and broken over the 128-day moving average. So we're way over it. The support right now for the 128 is all the way down to 81, 8200, which is good. And I kind of see that number popping up a lot when I'm looking at my charts right now. That 81, 8200 range as a support on the downside. Now, if you take a look here, we're on a wild ass rising wedge here. So we did fall out of the rising wedge. If you want to take a look right here, like we did come outside of this rising wedge right here, trying to come back up and hit that baby again. That's right there in the 9,000 to 9,200 range. That right now that the bulls really got to get over. Otherwise, this baby's just going right back down. Right? I've just been like, God, I was shorting right in here. I was shorting. And yeah, I was playing this short. And nope, I got snapped on my short trade. And of course, I got wicked out. And we're back down here. And that's just kind of where we're at. I mean, I was expecting us to go back down to at least 8,100. Right? I was literally expecting us to come back down to 8,100. Never happened. But, you know, we did come in up out of this rising wedge, back down. Resistance right there is really 89 and change to 9,200 here. Right? I want you to look at this pattern. This pattern we had back in the last bear market. Right? Clearly a bull market. And we've definitely been into a bear market. We haven't broken back bullish until we take out that 14K top again. Right? We're not going to have a bull market until we do take out that 14K top. But if you look at this pattern, kind of this area where everybody said back in this, I mean, God, if you guys remember, oh my God, it's so bullish, it's so bullish. And all the perma bulls were just like so bullish. And then, of course, we fell all the way down to the 3K range. And, you know, then had the beautiful run back up. I go over that in all my old previous videos. Baby Bull Jesus was there. But, you know, we're kind of doing the same pattern right now. Right? Like if you take a look at these two patterns right here, we're kind of doing the same pattern. And right now, this is just going to be very simple. Either we're going to break back up and continue a bullish run to, you know, what I think is going to be 20K, right? I really think the highest I can see us going, and God, I see some absolutely insane charts right now, but the absolute highest I can see us going, boys and girls, is a double top. That will be absolutely annihilated there, and it'll be hammered all the way back down to 10K. Right? This is just absolute. We go on a bull run. There's a, you know, and I've said this over and over and over again. The only thing that's bullish right now, and I'm going to say this again, is the halving. That's it. The halving's the only, except for SV and Link. My calls, right? My love, right? The love of my life right now is Link, SV, and really the halving. I mean, those are the only good things going on in crypto right now. Everything else is shite. Everything else is shite. You can't point one innovation for me for BTC, one innovation of crypto. You can't point out one new technology or something that's coming out of crypto right now that's just gonna, you know, make me change my mind. Everything is stagnant. Everything is just doing absolutely nothing. The only things that I see that have any light are Link and SV right now, and the halving. Those are the only three things that we have. I really wish the EOS guys would step up their game, but I don't think the EOS really holds a candle to Link. I think Link has got now the head start on the EOS guys. I really do. But good question. But this is the thing I'm watching. Now, we haven't, if you look over here to the right side, we haven't really gone into these overbought red areas right here where we had last time, where we had that long drawn out sideways action with that 6,400 range acting as our support before we fell out right down to the 3K range, right? And we haven't seen that sideways movement. Now we did get this first run up right here. So look, there's your peak, same area, right? Blue box, blue circle, right? And then came down, got the little pump up. There's the little pump up right there. And now, you know, if we do fall back down, we're going to come all the way back down here into the 6Ks. Now, that is the bearish scenario, right? The difference is between here and here is we have the halving coming, right? We have the halving coming. So that, once again, is the only bullish thing that we have on our side, okay? Three bullish things: halving, SV, and link, right? Having SV and link. And until somebody comes out on SV and says, oh, this guy's completely full of shite, there's absolutely nothing, and, you know, he clearly doesn't have any of this crap, and the wallets are garbage. It doesn't matter though. You're just going to be in. You're just going to set yourself up a nice stop loss on on SV, right? Looking at the monthly though, let's take a look at the monthly over here on Bitcoin. So the monthly on Bitcoin is very interesting. We had this bear cross back here. As we were in that same exact time period that we're just looking at, right? We're just looking at the same thing. We got this little fake out pump, right? So let's go back. Where's that chart? Hold on. Let me get this damn chart. Let's slide this bad boy over. Where'd you go? Okay. One more. Okay. So look, here was that fake out pump right here. There's the fake out pump, July of 2018, right? Here's that fake out pump right there, July 2018. When you had the bear cross, you have the bear cross right there, right? Yeah. You know, now we don't have the we didn't have the halving. We have the halving. We didn't have the halving. We have the halving. Once again, just a super pickle. Super pickle we're in. Super pickle. Right here. So we did get this fake out, and then it just, you know, took a big dump right back down, right? And even if we did take a dump right back down here, I mean, I really don't, I don't know. I feel that there's too many mixed signals right now for BTC for me to be uber confident other than the halving. Once again, the halving is the only thing. I had this discussion with Cryptomus the other day. She's like, why are you so bearish? Why are you so bearish? And on BTC. And I said, well, a couple reasons. Number one is if Craig Wright really does have the bags, that, and he hands them over to the Kliegman family, that they will have to dump them to pay their taxes, right? So that's very bearish for BTC. The only thing, and I pointed this out to her, the only thing I see is the halving. And other than the halving, I just don't see any reason to be bullish on Bitcoin other than the halving, because you all should know what happens after the halving. After the halving, Bitcoin takes a big patootie dump, right? Historically, it takes a patootie dump, and that's what happens. So if that's what we're bullish about, to have a run up, to take a big dump, that's not something to be very bullish about, right? That's not my idea of bullish. My idea of bullish is to go and keep going, right? Not to go and then have a huge dump, right? A lot of the a lot of the higher time frames, we just bounced off a lot of the moving averages on the super high time frame. So if you come over here, look, there's the weekly, the monthly, the 3 month, 6 month. I mean, riding that blue 7 MA, bounced off the 7 MA on the 3 month, bounced off the 7 MA on the 6 month, with the 30 MA on the monthly, bounced off that bad boy. So a lot of these lower time frames, these higher time frames, moving averages all held solid, right? It looks like we have a gap too right there about the 8,900, 9,000 range, right? And let me go, just want to take a look at one more thing. There's that rising wedge. I know likey. Oops. Damn it. Oh. Yes. Come back. There we go. And you know, I drew this big trend line right here where we had this big bearish triangle. There we had the smaller bearish triangle that played out perfectly. I had that laid out. I made money on that. That was beautiful. My long term has been this squiggle right here, this big yellow squiggle. right? And the bullish is you run up here into the halving and then it takes the big dump back down. I mean, it's the only thing. Once again, I had this big squiggle here for the halving. This up was for the halving. And I felt like we came up and then we just kind of faded out. There's that beautiful inverted head and shoulders. But, you know, look, we did kind of the same thing. So, look, take a look at this, right? Tap, 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 broke over, then tap, and then died, right? Tap both those, that one, broke over. If we come back under this trend line right here, if we do get back under this trend line, and there's a bunch of things, you know, you've got a double top right here, you've got a double top right here. There's a lot of things that look like it would be possible to get a fallout, and we get a fallout back underneath this. I'm just going to see us going all the way back down into the sevens, you know what I'm saying? Going all the way back down in the 7,000 range. We need to get up and our patooties up and over that the 90, what's that, 9,200? Hold on, let me find that. Where do we have to get over? There it is right there, 98 to 9,900. So basically we got to get up over 10,000. We need to break this pattern needs to be broken. This is really the most important pattern that needs to be broken right here, right? This right there. This, I'll put it right there. Right there it is. Right, that's the pattern that needs to be broken right there. We got to break over this. We got to break over this if we want this to be a continuation pattern of a bullish nature. And like I said, you've really that's the story here is bearish pattern. I mean, I just see bearish patterns everywhere. Bearish pattern, bullish halving. Bearish pattern, bullish halving. That's it. Any fallout right now, 70, hold on. Any fallout right now is going to 72 to 7,500. 72 to 7,500. Any fallout here at all, 72 to 7,500. Yeah, that's it. All right, so let's go over here. All right. All right. What I see right now. Crypto one. We should BTC Halving. Number two would be BSV, Tulip, and Expansion. Three would be Link. So these are equals bullish. Okay, so these are all of the bullish things that I see right now, right? We have a bearish set of patterns on signals on BTC. The only BTC Bullish Halving as a equals run up, then dump. Oops. Oh. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. And I am done. That's it. I like it. God, I haven't done TA in so long. It's so weird. So weird to do TA again. Sorry, guys. I've been so out of it. Yep. Bingo. All right. And I'm done.